God, we invite you in to inhabit this sound of praise. And God, our request today is that you flow like a river.
Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river. Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river.
Yeah.
Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river.
Right now, God.
Flow like a river, Jesus. Flow like a river.
Flow like a river.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
God.
Flow like a river.
Flow like a river.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
Do it, God.
Flow like a river.
Oh,
Flow like a river,
flow like a river.
flow like a river.
Right now, Jesus.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
Need you.
Need you to flow in my heart.
Said I need you.
Need you to flow in my soul.
Don't stop there, Jesus.
Need you to flow in my mind.
Take over my spirit.
Need you to flow in my spirit.
And let it flow. You know just what we need. Our prayer is that you fill our cups and let it overflow. Turn it over to you, Jesus. We stand in the atmosphere of praise.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
We need you, we need you, we need you.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
Hear our humble cry
River, Jesus.
and flow like a river.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
Everybody, this is what we need right now. We need you.
To flow in my heart.
We need you to flow.
Need you to flow in my soul.
Regulate my mind, Jesus.
Flow in my mind.
Take over my spirit
You to flow in my spirit.
and let it flow. We want to set an atmosphere for you to do your work, God. Inhabit the praises of your people. Deliver, set free, and heal. Yes.
Like a river, Jesus.
As we lift our hands in this atmosphere.
Flow like a river, Jesus.
We know that you inhabit the praises of your people. Come on, say it with me right here. Need you to flow. Make it corporate. We need you to flow. Regulate my mind. Hey, take over my spirit. Yeah. I need you, I need you, I need you. From wall to wall, pew to pew. Set a fire in your people, Jesus. Woo. You're the only one that can get it done. We stand in surrender, God. Hands lifted high. Take us, Jesus. Save us, Jesus. Fill us, Jesus. Thank you, God. It's all about your flow, God. We can get it done because you're in the room. We can get it done because you're in the atmosphere. And wherever you are, the enemy has to flee. Whatever we're going through, give us the victory. Flow like a river. Flow. Flow like a river. Flow. Flow like a river. Flow. Flow like a river. Oh.
Flow Like a River by Lonnie Hunter. Go get that. Go get that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is yet another day with Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. I say thank you. I say thank you for coming onto my platform. I really do. I really do. I feel special. So tonight we have none other than Chill with Teddy Ray. Some of you know of him, and some of you have actually been onto his platform. And that's a platform that, no, this is not a 15-minute interview. It's really not a 5-minute interview. But the interview with him is really about who you are. He goes into depth. He is actually looking and seeking people that he can interview onto his platform. It's intentional. It's not by accident, right? That you are onto his platform. So I want you to make sure that you are sharing. Please share this broadcast, and you need to share it. Just share it, like it, comment, do whatever you want to do. But guess what? You can't miss it. Thank you so much for chiming in to Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia.
Yes, sir. William Singers want to let you know. In times like these, we need a Savior. Yes, sir. I said, in times like these, we need an anchor. What you gotta do? Be very sure. Very sure. Be very sure. Very sure. Be very sure. Oh, yeah. You got to be very sure. That you ain't good. Yeah. You ain't good. Yeah. Good God Almighty. You ain't got to. Yeah. Oh, let me go home. Oh, Lord. Look at here. Get a real good grip. Get a real good grip. Oh, and got the home. Don't let go. Oh, hey. Get a real good grip. Get a real good grip. Oh, get a real good grip. Get a real good grip. Real good grip. Get a real good grip. Yes, sir. Get a real good grip. Get a real good grip. Get a real good grip. Don't let go. Get a real good grip. I said, don't let go. Get a real good grip. And it grips the sun. The sun. Yes, sir.
It's amazing how you want something to continue. You know what? I told the Williams singers that needs to be a long one in times like these. In times like these. Thank you so much for coming in. I see you, Alton, and I see you, Shanique. How are you guys doing today? I hope all is well. So, again, tonight we have a special one, and we're going to get right to it. Thank you so much for chopping it up with Queen Alicia.
The second annual Gospel Sounds Music Award
There's a praise.
is coming to Birmingham, Alabama, Friday, August 21st, 6 p.m. at the Greater Grace Church, 1945 Centerpoint Parkway, featuring Derek McDuffie and Kingdom Sound, John Walker and New Nation, Clinton Gardner and NSW, The Coalfields, The Word Through Motion, special guest Keithia Rollison, and many more. Get your tickets at Eventbrite or visit GospelSoundsMusicAwards.org. It's the second annual GSMA. You gotta be there.
Chopping it up with Queen Alicia, where every word is clear and true. From deep talks and open dialogue, join the conversation. Explore real relationships and pass the growth.
Yeah, chop it up with Alicia. The queen. This is the podcast you know you're gonna need, hun. Chop it up with Alicia J today. She's dropping them nuggets, the stuff you really wanna say on relationships and situationships. Married or single, and even if you wanna mingle. Chop it up with Alicia, the queen. Today, yeah.
Discuss hot topics and let your knowledge flow.
The queen. Let's chop it up.
Entertainment and guests and the mix. Every conversation is the glue connect that makes.
Let's chop it up.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. All right. You know, it's weird when you're doing everything. And I said I was going to bring that up actually. Some of us that are radio station hosts, we really don't have any help, right? So there is a few of us that do have help. And what I mean by that is this. We have other people that are behind the scenes working every single thing for us. Okay. Be mindful of that. Right. So you have your radio station hosts that literally have help. So they have someone working and pushing the buttons for your commercials to go in. Right. We have someone that's pushing the buttons that have your music go in. Right. I wanted to give you that little tidbit. I used to be in charge of commercials. So I was the traffic manager and the continuity director, which I don't really talk about that much because I don't like talking about what I did. I'm not one of those who do that. I used to work for CBS radio station in New York City and along with other stations. And that was our prepare everything, the little things behind the scenes that you don't see, right? It's more to it than just, talk behind a mic. It's more to it. So keep in mind that some of us on the larger end of stations, we have someone that's pushing those buttons for us. And making sure that everything is queued up. So all some of us have to do is get behind the mic and talk, right? And then we have those of us who basically have to do it all, right? We have to do everything. We have to program the station, right? We have to, if we have commercials, we have to put the commercials in and program your commercials, right? Everything we have to do, get our show together, our questions together, right? It's a lot that goes into when we're playing your music, okay? Then you have the other ones that actually basically, once everything is programmed, all they have to do is push the button and everything runs, okay? I thought I would share that with you. Because I think some of us think it's really that simple, and it's not. Okay. Thank God. In independent radio, basically, sometimes, a lot of times, we can edit. When there is a dead spot, we can edit that, right? But we try not to, but we can. So I just wanted to give you that tidbit. When the internet is not working or when something is wrong, guess what? We can't do it. We tell you the artists go back in, come back in. So I think that we have to have a little bit more patience, with a lot of the radio station hosts that are literally doing everything by themselves. And so that's me. That's what I say by that. It's me. I do everything. If there's something that's wrong with my station, I don't call anyone to fix it. I am the fixer. All right. And so is my buddy Teddy Ray. He's going to come in and he's going to talk to us. Okay. And share his light about all of this. So Teddy Ray, what's going on here?
What's going on? How y'all doing? Man, I am excited, man. You know what? Man, I almost went into a praise break in that background.
But you know I don't care. It's like whatever you want to do it.
Right,
So I
right.
want to, of course, not leave out anything. I want to introduce you because I had put something down here about you. Okay,
Mm,
so the platform that's here, okay, we have real conversation. It takes place. It's purpose led, and every guest is thoroughly selected and carefully considered. So that's another thing on this platform, and I know it is with yours too. Now, listen, tonight's guest is not just behind the mic, he's a voice, he's a connector, and someone who understands the responsibility that comes with having a platform. He is the host of Chill with Teddy Ray, representing platforms like The Block and SCAL Radio. And he's been creating space for independent artists as well as other people also, with a vision while staying true to who he is. But tonight, we're going to go deeper. We're not just talking radio, we're talking about the purpose,
mm,
consistency, faith, and what it really means to stay in the course when God gives you an assignment. Because anybody can start, but not everybody stays. So we're about to get into the mindset, the journey, and the truth behind building something that lasts. Are y'all ready to get to know Mr. Chill with Teddy Ray?
Thank you for having me, Queen. Thank you for having me, man. I'm so excited. I was like, when is Friday gonna come?
So
But
those of us that don't know you, because you know we gonna be on here. Y'all prepare to be on here. I told you an hour, but you know, me and Chill with Teddy, we talk. So it's and shout out to the Queen. I don't know, is your wife on here?
you know, I didn't know I didn't know what platform you was coming on. I was on your page.
I shared to your page too, so she probably will come
Oh,
on.
it's on my, oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
well
I think she is. Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up.
yeah, shout out to my queenager. That's my queenager. My
Now I
queen and my
forgot her
manager.
name. Is it? What's her
Trina.
name?
Trina.
Yep, I thought I didn't want to say it out loud and be like, no, that's not my queen. There she is. She says good afternoon. Hi, Trina. One day I'll get to meet you. Beautiful. So the name, that's where I want to start. The name. Like, who came up with that name? Chill with Teddy Ray.
Well, you know what? No one's never asked me that question. I'm glad you asked that question.
Wow.
Um, it's actually when I say family, it's all about family. My mother's side of my family calls me Ray, and my dad's side of the family calls me Teddy because when I was younger, I used to always have to have a teddy bear with me. So that's how it came up. And you know, the chill part comes from my demeanor. I'm just a chill type of guy. I just like to relax and just chop it up, man. Just chop it up, man. I like to gravitate to knowledge. That's what I like to do. I sit in the corner with some older men, man, and just sit over there like a fly on the wall and just listen.
That's exactly who you are because when I was onto your platform, you were very laid back. Um and we felt comfortable with you. And for starters, I want to thank you for all of the independent, just speaking on behalf of the independent artists that I've seen you have on your
Mm.
platform. You don't just pick anyone to come onto your platform, so I do want to say thank you. So what goes into the process of you selecting people to come onto your platform?
Wow, you just going right in, huh? You going right in tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, first of all, shout out to you because you took me out of my comfort zone. I was just bringing on regular people at first, and then once I got connected with you and started watching your platform, and I started seeing the amazing people that you have been interviewing, and like for starters, man, I am Stephanie B. Green, man. I have her song in my playlist. You know that every step, man. That's something that's been staying with me ever since I interviewed her. But to answer your question on how did I come up with that? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started it, I said this before. When I started it, God just told me to start writing names. Start writing names. You know, out of the first 100, I say probably about 20 of them I know personally. So the others, I was just writing names and just writing names. I thank God that God was directing my path on that because, like I said, I was just writing names, so I didn't know what kind of characteristics I was going to get on my platform. You know, so I just trusted in God when He told me to write those names, and you know, I've had some phenomenal guests, man. I've had people tell me, what they shared on my platform, they've never shared before. You know, those were dark times in their life where, they didn't feel comfortable. So I'm just grateful and thankful that God is shining a light on me to allow people to feel so comfortable to come on my platform and share, their darkest times as well as their amazing times as well. You know, and that's what it's all about. It's showing how you overcame.
People see you now and they say, okay, and they always do, people always look at the side that is all, how can I say it? Like, they don't see when you're grinding.
Mm,
They don't see that. They don't see the sleepless nights.
mm,
They don't see that. They don't see the tears. My God. They don't see none of that. All
yeah.
they see is you making it work. So, what was some of the the rocks in the road um, that actually was trying to prevent you from having your platform?
Ah, wow. Well, I said this before. God told me to start this podcast over 9 years ago. And at the time that He asked me to start this podcast, I wasn't physically ready, mentally ready, and spiritually ready. I was doing a lot of worldly things. Even in the beginning of this journey with this series, this is just supposed to be a hobby to me, something to do. But, when I was starting it off, I'm going to be transparent with you. I used to smoke before the show. I used to smoke weed before the show, and I heard God tell me, "I can't use you until you're fully empty.
Mm,
I can't use you until you're fully empty."
mm.
So I didn't understand what He was saying because I was just moving, and He was saying, "I just can't use you until you're empty." And then I heard Him say one more time that if you don't take it now, I'll give you a blessing to someone else. So
Mm.
at that point, I just went cold turkey. Um, I haven't messed with it. I don't care to mess with it anymore. I don't care to be around. And since I've let that go, I just seen favor. I just seen blessings. I just and all he was waiting for was my yes. So I'm committed now that I am in my yes season. Whatever God wants me to do, I am in my yes season. So that was pretty much just how those rocks personally. I had to let God and just talking to your audience tonight. Sometimes you got to let God do a self evaluation check on yourself. And when He does that, you have to be okay with the results that He shows you because those results that He shows you is necessary for your growth.
That's right. That's right. But some of us, sometimes, we fighting that
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it's work to grow.
Oh yeah,
It's
most
not easy for
definitely,
you to stay the same.
most definitely. The wait is worth the waiting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know. So some of us fight, and along this fighting, some of us have a lot of things that may have been, gosh, holding us down. You know, extra weight. you know. Where did you get the encouragement to even come up with a podcast?
Shout out to my wife Trina. Um, when I presented it to her, I was kind of hesitant because I was just doing it just to be doing it, So I didn't know I could be doing other things like doing other things just with my family, with my wife,
Mhm.
But when I presented it to her, she said, "Go for it, walk in it. You have a calling on your life. You people gravitate to you. People gravitate to you. People are waiting for you to show up. And you know that's another thing also, man. When you get those DMs, and I'm pretty sure you get it too, where those days that you just don't feel like going live, and you just get that DM saying, "Where are you?
Yeah,
I'm waiting on it." You're running a little late. Where are you?
that's right.
And I'm waiting. Yeah. So those people, man. Like I tell them all the time, and I'm real sincere about that. Is that there would be no Teddy Ray without my audience.
That's
There would
right.
be no Teddy Ray without my audience.
That's so true though, Teddy, because it's like you got to keep showing up.
Absolutely.
I think that a part of me showing up is it's just a lot of people in my head that's telling me to show up. God being one, my parents because they're not here being another, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I don't like saying fans. Everybody's like, you should call them fans. No, I say my people who
My
I
family
love
members.
dearly.
Yeah. My
Right,
family members.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. My family, right? And but I don't want my real family to get jealous. So I gotta, how they be.
Ah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yes. So, wow. How were you in school? Like, what kind of kid were you?
I am the only child. Yeah, I'm the only child. I grew up in a fatherless home. Well, he was there, but he wasn't there, if that made sense. Um, I was a highly recruited athlete in high school. Um, that just, I was recruited by about more than 50 universities, man, for track and football. And because of the support that I didn't have from my father, I didn't. I chose not to even be serious about the SAT. I didn't even. I just scribbled, scrabbled on it and got on up out of it. I felt like I was wasting my time. So, in 1992, I thought my father would appear and show up and finally support me in something that was very big in my life, which is when, in 1992, I was California State Championship uh, for track and field, and I thought my dad would show up for that, and he didn't. My dad has, I can actually honestly say, in all of my activities that I've been in, I have never seen my dad uh, support me.
See, that's another thing that we don't see, because we don't talk about that, because again, our family needs us, you know. So, how hard is it to stay with Chill with Teddy Ray on this podcast? And maybe the guests that you have, they're talking about that same situation. What do you
He
do?
said, "How hard?" I just let them vent because it's therapeutic for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm so grateful and thankful that my platform is a safe haven. Like there's no telling how or what state of mind the guest is in before they even come on my show.
That's right. That's right.
All that weight, all they bring in all that weight with me with them
That's
and
right.
sharing it on my platform, not knowing that they're releasing themselves, but they're releasing people that are watching that are going
Yes.
through the same thing as well. And I'm gonna be transparent with you. Some of the guests that I've had, they've opened up some wounds that I went through
Yeah.
personally. And after the show, I was like, man, I had to really
Mm-hmm.
DM and tell them thank you, man, because they had actually released a lot of healing in me
Mm-hmm.
that interview. So yeah, man, I've heard some stories on this journey, man. I've heard some stories, and it's like, man, God is still in control.
Mm-hmm.
All the stories that I hear, I just say, I am so grateful that God is still in control. No matter what it looks like, man, God is still in control. I remember one of my guests recently, Sister Dottie Wright. She came on my show and she was talking about how she just went through a lot of trauma and chaos and killing and just abuse. And she just said on my show, she just kept saying, I count it all joy in the midst of it all. I count it all joy. And I almost got happy on that show. You know, I told her she better stop before she mess around and turn this thing to a
I know.
revival. Cause
See, that's why, when people come on, they be like, they're like, how long is the interview? I'm like, are you serious? You
oh
must be God.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what though? My show is actually an hour, but sometimes God will talk to me, and tell me, man, this person needs to release. This person needs to release. And I'll tap in with them before the show and ask them if they can stay a little longer. And 99% of the time, they're all on board for it. I don't try to keep the people that's, on the East Coast or,
Right.
not in California. I try to maneuver, man. That's another thing that I want to encourage podcasters. Be flexible.
That's right.
Be flexible. Be thankful that you're getting
Yeah.
guests and be flexible.
Yeah.
I have been flexible. I'll even change the date. If I do it on Saturdays, I do it on Fridays. I do it on Thursdays. I'll change up the time for you. It doesn't matter, because I'm just grateful and thankful that you said yes.
That's right.
So yeah, be flexible, man. Be flexible because they can always tell you no, and they can always not show up at all.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. You have to be flexible, and you're
Yeah.
actually the only podcaster that I'm having on, and it's because um,
Oh wow.
yeah,
Come on.
really yeah, everyone else was radio station host. Yeah, so you should feel really
Wow.
special. Podcasters, I am going to give you a time, but I just again, I'm sorry. A lot of it's just a lot of them are getting after me because they're like they want to interview, but then they're like, why is she not doing me now? They have to wait. Do you
Yeah,
really
yeah,
think that I really had a plan to do radio station host? No, I didn't. I mean, to be
yeah,
honest with you, I
yeah.
mean, let's be honest. I'm tired right now.
I understand. No, I understand. I do understand. Trust me.
Right,
I do
Teddy?
understand.
So
Yeah,
like this is not the norm for me. How
yeah,
many days
yeah.
a week am I doing this? And Saturdays
Well,
too?
yeah, you know what? I was gonna ask you that, man. How is that? I know you're interviewing me, but I've been asked to do it more than one day a week, but I just can't do it. How can you? I mean, man, hats off to you, man. Hats off to you
It's
because
not
you're doing
bad.
well.
Yeah. Again, you
You're
gotta
doing,
follow. You gotta follow. You see, this is the thing, and I know you know this. Um, the thing that's big with me is basically helping other people
mm,
get noticed.
mm, mm,
There's
mm,
so many times that us the artists, we want to get up in front, we're just up there. It's all about us, you know.
mm.
But hold up a second.
Yeah,
What about that host that gave you the opportunity to come onto their show, right? played your music, someone from a station heard you, or someone having an event heard you. Now, guess what? Now you're singing at a wedding that if you were not played on that station, if God had not have led you to listen to that station at that, the other person to listen to the station, then guess what? The connection would not have happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How important is it for you to keep God first?
It's mandatory. This platform, Teddy Ray Butler, would even would not even exist
Mhm.
without God being in the center. This is a anointed and appointed platform that I'm on, and that's why I'm so sensitive and guarded with who comes on this platform. Let me talk to your audience on this here. When God blesses you with something, man, you got to be very sensitive and guarded with it. You just can't let everybody be attached to what God is blessing you with. Some of those people that are attached to your blessing are preying on your blessing. Prey, not praying.
Oh, yes.
Preying
Mhm.
on your blessing, waiting on your downfall.
That's right.
So they can pick up the crumbs and start their own thing with what you
That's right.
started.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, for real. For real.
That's
Everybody is not team you. Remember
That's
that.
that's right.
Everybody is not team you. And you gotta be okay with that.
Mhm.
You gotta be okay with not having a lot of team yous.
Mhm.
Because again, when the God blesses you and you are in a season of favor, it is for you and you only. Stop sharing your blessings with everybody. You don't need to share your
That's
blessings
mm,
with everybody.
my God.
Be silent sometimes. Be silent sometimes. So yeah, I'm very sensitive regarded, and I know, like yourself, you are very sensitive regarded with what God has given you, because again, it's an assignment, and He won't move you until that assignment is complete. So right now, I'm just staying in this assignment right now. I know, God has blessed me to expand with the radio stations and whatnot, which again, I had no idea I was going to be
Wow.
on radio. I had no, let alone two, and that's a shout out again to my queen, man, because she's my manager as well.
Mhm.
And she solidified both deals, and she made sure before she said yes that she asked the station, "Do you play gospel music?
That's right.
Are you a believer?"
That's
Because I
right.
don't want to. And listen, I don't care how big that is. If you are not a believer,
Mm,
I do not want to be attached to that.
that's right.
Because again, it's my namesake that's on that.
That's
My
right.
namesake.
That's right.
So be careful with just jumping onto something just because it looks beautiful.
Yep. Mhm.
Because trust me, if you turn down that, God has something else waiting on you.
Oh, yes. That's true.
So yeah,
That's
again, I had no idea. I still can't believe to this day that I'm actually on the radio station. Um, I thank God every day. And I ask God, you know, is there more?
mhm.
Because I just want to continue to keep doing kingdom business.
That's
I
right.
don't want to be stagnated. I want to just keep moving, keep growing, and just keep showing up and keep serving.
That's
That's
right.
what I. That's what I'm doing on this platform. Every Saturday, I am serving.
That's right. That's right. Chill with Teddy Ray. It's like, along with serving, you got to make sure you don't get a big head.
Come on
You
now.
know, Because when
That's
you
funny
get
you
that
brought that
big
up.
head, God is gonna snatch you back. That's what He's gonna do.
I'm glad you brought that up, Queen Alicia. One of my minister brothers that I'm real close with at my church, I was calling him to check on him, and he was sick. And before I got off the phone, he asked me, was there something that he needed me to pray for?
Hmm.
I told him, this is right after I got the contract with the radio station. I said, I just want you to pray and ask God to keep me in a humble spirit.
Mhm.
Just keep me humble.
Mhm.
I don't care how big Teddy Ray gets.
That's
Keep
right.
me humble.
That's right.
So yeah, the humility is very key. That's why I say all the time is your character is way more important than your reputation.
That's right.
It's way more, way more.
How can I say this? Let me see. If there was, I know I could ask you about anything.
Yeah, come on now, come on now.
If there was anything in your past that you could change, what would that been?
Having a present father,
Uh,
and the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of. I'm not ashamed to say this. Not having a father has made me a late bloomer as far as a man. I didn't know. I don't know what a husband looks like.
mm,
I don't know about opening, closing doors for women. Um, I just don't know anything about, how to be a man. Like I said, my mom was the provider as far as she worked, and my
mhm,
dad was supposed to be at home with me and make sure I was fed. He did that, but then he would just get on up out of the house and do whatever he got to do, whatever that is. But I only seen my father when I leave to go to school and when I get ready to eat. So yeah, I clinged on to a lot of ministers, a lot of bishops. They became father figures to me, and they're still actively mentors to me in my life right now. Um, had it not been for them, to be perfectly honest with you, I'd probably be either in jail or dead. To be perfectly honest with you, because I I was hurt to the core. Not having no support at all. I mean, I can get it from my mentors, but it's nothing like getting it from a true dad. And being that he never showed up at all in my life, not even just in sports, just conversations on, things that sons actually father as they develop in life. I didn't have these conversations. I had to learn on the fly. So that
mhm.
that allowed me to, experiencing divorces because I didn't know how to save a marriage. I didn't know how to save a marriage. Again, I didn't know how to be a husband. So yeah, to be perfectly honest, if there was anything that I would request for is to have a father, an active father in my life.
My thing is this. It's like sometimes you have it whereas you don't have a father, but then you have the person who basically holds on to that and doesn't move, doesn't go any further.
Yeah.
So I commend you for just that. Like you could have let this thing really control your life, but you didn't let that do that.
And I was in one of the worst neighborhoods, which was in Inglewood, California, in the 80s. The same neighborhood that's on Boys in the Hood, that's my neighborhood that I grew up in. Um, so, being a single child, you don't have no siblings to protect you, as far as, gang life. My mom chose to keep me active. She didn't care what the fee was to keep me in sports. She just didn't want me to be at home. She wanted me to be active. But she also thought by doing that, she would see that my dad would want to be hands on and train me and coach me
Mhm.
and all that. None of that happened. He just went to the streets. He didn't care about nothing. You know, my father found out about how good I was in sports by being in the weight room with his friends, and his friends seen the newspaper, and he said, "Oh, that's my son." But he's never since that though. He's never even went. He talked to me about the article or whatnot, you know, but that was it. That's as far as it went. So that's why, you know, with my son now, I'm so hands on. You know, what I didn't receive, I'm pouring into my son. You know, I
Right.
train my son. I train
Right.
my son. I coach my son. You know, whatever anything he got going on, I'm there. I'm there. You know,
Yeah.
so and that cures me, to be perfectly honest with you. Me being hands on with my kids is slowly healing me, you know, because I don't care what no man says. It hurts to not
Mm-hmm.
have your father in your life, man. I don't care. You just don't get over that. You don't get
Right.
over not having a father in your life, man. You know, there's so many things, so many questions that I
Right.
want to ask him, you know, but I just can't. I can't. And, you know, if I can be transparent, my dad is still living, but, you know, he doesn't exist to me, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know,
I'm
my
gonna
mom,
help. I'm gonna help somebody because,
yeah,
well, you know, I was well, I had a divorce. You know that. And
yeah,
I'm gonna share with you and others that's on here that may have. It could be anything. A aunt, you know, you're not speaking to because of the way they are or whatever. Father, mother, uh, ex or whatever. What helped me get through, okay, out of all of the trauma and the cussing out that was given to me, out of all of that, this is what I got from that. I wasn't going, of course, I was going to forgive,
hmm
okay, because
hmm
that was for me. So I needed to do that. But then there was another little part of me that said, hold up a second. Let me tell you what you were given. Let me flash back with. You grew up with the mom and dad that stood by each other. You know, my parents passed away a 63 years marriage.
wow,
Okay.
wow,
Yes. Did I see them argue? That's a good question. I'm gonna tell you this. That was something that they didn't do in front of us back then. Parents didn't argue like they do now in front of their kids. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, they stood by each other.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
They stood by each other. That's what I saw. Okay. So what did he see? He didn't see that, you know. He saw his mother and father cussing each other out. Okay. He
mm,
saw the father cheating. That's what he saw. He saw, I don't know how to be a father. I don't know how to be a husband. So then it was like, Alicia, well, how can you assume that he's going to know? Now, again, I'm not saying again I divorced because you have your certain amount of times when you go to a therapist and you see that it's not working. You're not doing anything, so it's not working. But what I'm just saying to you, and I'm not telling people to go back in situations or anything, but I'm just trying to help you walk through this, and
yeah,
that we should understand that the people that were placed in our life to be our father, sometimes we make mistakes by choosing the wrong husband, wrong wife, or whatever. Sometimes they didn't know no better. They didn't know because they didn't see it themselves. So some of us choose to do what you're doing with your sons. Say, okay, I don't know, but I'm gonna give him everything that I need to
yeah,
give him.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And some of us, guess what they do? They stay the same. So I just want to put that just out there because I think one time I was talking to a friend of mine about that, their father not being with them and blah blah blah, and they said to me, I never thought about it like that. You should do what you're used to. I know every morning when I get up, I brush my teeth. I know every why, because as a little kid, my mother and father said that's what I needed to do. But if my mother and father didn't tell me what to do, how do you think I'm really going to know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we got everybody around me telling me I should know better. I should do this and I should do that. Trina just said, great example, my testimony too. Yeah. Well, her grandparents, she was explaining. Wait, hold up. I'm trying to put it up on the screen. Okay, my example was my grandparents married 63 years. I had a pattern. See what I wanted. This is your wife talking from my example of what I saw.
Yeah.
Right. My pastor said one time in church, when you if you can't believe that one day you're gonna live in a mansion and you can't see it, you gotta see it.
Come on. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you can't see it,
Yeah.
then you never be there.
Yeah.
If you can't
Yeah.
see that you're going to be a successful father and you're going to help your son do this and play football and do this and do this and I'm a support the mother and I'm a support that. Well, how can I see that if I wasn't really too much around that? We have a hard time with believing things that we can't see.
You're absolutely right. You know, my son told me and my wife that you know, he's going to the NBA, and I'm like, let's go for it.
Yeah,
Let's go for it. You know, I'm gonna train you. I'm gonna coach you. I'm gonna do all that. You know, but let's be honest as well, though. You know, let's make sure we have a plan B too, though.
that's right.
Let's make sure we have a plan B. Ain't nothing wrong with having a plan B and A.
That's
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
but you know, I was you know, I want to let someone know because I hope no one takes it the wrong way when I say, you know, I don't. Even though my dad is living, you know, I just choose not to have a relationship with him. You know, I'm 49 years old, man. I'll be 50 in a couple months, and I'm just now starting to hear my dad tell me he loves me. I've never heard it in my life when I was little.
Hmm.
My dad is finally telling me, you know, when we finish phone calls, when we were talking, um, he would tell me that he loved me, and I didn't even know how to respond back to it. I didn't even respond back, to be honest, because it shocked me. I was like, "Is
Yeah.
this my dad? You know, is this my dad? You know, he waited till I get, you know, in my 40s to tell me that he loved me."
Yeah.
I'm like, I never heard that word at all when I was a child.
Hmm.
Never. So, you
Hmm.
know, and I'm just protecting my triggers, man. That's why I'm staying away, you know, and it's a triggering, cycling effect. You know, not only is he not in my life, but he's not even in his grandkids' life. You know,
Right.
and they checked out. They checked out. At first they used to always, "Where's Grandpa?" You know, now it's like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, and it's sad though. It's sad.
It
You
is
know, it
sad.
hurts.
It
It hurts to
does.
see my kids like that, man. It really does.
It is. It's sad and it hurts, but I'm telling you,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this is the life of people. They're used to what we used to. It might not be what others are used to.
yeah. Right,
What's
right.
normal to you, Teddy Ray, it might not be normal to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So, where do you see yourself? Like, what's going to be going on with Teddy Ray? Like, Teddy Ray gonna be in some movies? What's going on? What's the manager? What's the manager, Mr. Mrs. Trina? What she got going on?
So, you know, um, I actually do have a writer's coach. I'm actually getting ready to write a book, as well as I'm working on a bio stage play about my life.
Yes.
Um, you know, I feel that my journey, man, would help many. You know,
Yes.
so I'm an open book, and I'm gonna be very transparent in my bio. You know, from My mom being on drugs, my mom missing. For about my junior and senior year in high school, I didn't even know where my mom was at. Like, I'm gonna tell you something else. I'm gonna give you an exclusive. When I was running track, my track team, we all wore black badges, so we all thought my mom was gone.
Wow.
And come to find out, I just happened to be driving down the street after I graduated, and I saw my mom pushing the basket. Man, I've never thought in a million years that I would see a woman that's so of a hard worker, of believer, man. She, like I said, she kept me in church from sun up to sundown, and she was active. She was in the choir and all that, man. So when I saw that, it tore me up, and that's why I'm writing this book and doing this stage play because I should definitely be in the straight jackets, man. And be perfectly honest with you, a lot of stuff that I've been through in life, from losing my
Mhm.
mom and going through a divorce at the same time, and then trying to be a father, single father at
Oh
the same
God.
time. That is that was the darkest time in my life, where I didn't even have time to grieve for my mom because I had so much going on. I had to look for another spot for me and my kids. I had to
My God.
plan the funeral,
Yeah.
you know. So it was tough, man. But yeah, I got that going on. I got my first Father's Day brunch going on, where we're giving out free haircuts. I have some amazing speakers there. We have some food being catered there. That will be in June on the 13th, from 12 to 4. I also have a Men of Valor um, panel coming up in June, as well as the 3 Day Affair. I have a lot of amazing guest speakers coming on that. And also, let me get this for you. Uh, if any one of your members that's watching right now, you guys can pre-order now my shirt.
Ooh, you got your gear.
Yeah, you can pre-order my shirt, man. Go ahead and DM me and give me your size. They
Nice.
are going for $25. I have what's going on, family on the front, and
Oh,
then
I
I
like
have my favorite scripture on the back, which is Psalms, which is "Be still and know that I am God."
I
So
am
this is,
God.
this is what I have going on. Um, and like I said,
That's nice, Teddy.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Shout out to my wife, man. She came up with
Shout
the
out
vision.
to the missus.
Yeah, yeah. So this is just you know, um, in June also, this gentleman that I interviewed, his name is Bishop Willie Horn. He has a radio station now, but it's transitioning over to a TV show, and I'll be on there in June as well. So, Teddy Ray is on the move, man. Teddy Ray is on the move. I thank God for it. I'm just going to continue to serve.
That's
And
right.
while I'm serving, I just want to have a humble spirit while I'm doing that. Um, I never thought in a million years that I would even be doing what I'm doing right now. To be
My God.
perfectly honest,
You know,
I never.
we talk, you guys, and we tell you all of this because at the end of the day, whew, at the
Yeah,
end of the day,
yeah, yeah,
because I know
yeah.
what you were talking about when you said that you were actually looking for some place to go with your kids. I know that. When I was going through, because my parents always told me I could come back home. I had that privilege to do that. They told me you could come back home. But I was basically, they were living in North Jersey and I was living in South Jersey.
Hmm.
And I'm like, no, I done started my life down here. So I get that. But I want to speak to you guys who are listening and you're going through stuff.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
tell you this because we're telling you all of this that we're going through it because God brings us out.
Come on now.
That's what we
Yeah.
want you to say. We want you to understand that if He brought us out,
Come on now. Come on now. Come on.
He could bring you out.
I'm ready for it. Come on now.
So please stop questioning.
Yeah.
If gonna, it's
Yeah.
an if. I feel that there's an if he's gonna pay the bill, if he's gonna,
Yeah.
send my kid to school, if he's gonna get me a new place, if he's gonna help me with this marriage. Please, please.
Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
No more
Yeah.
ifs.
Yeah.
Just like your
Yeah.
wife just said, let God use you. As she just said.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
funny
we're
you just said that.
I think
That's
it's
funny.
like Teddy Ray. I think we should not be so concerned about a lot of stuff that we're concerned with, and all we need to do is keep our heads straight on God. That's it. We're so into everybody else's whatever. What are you doing on your podcast? And I'm a copy off of what you do.
Mm.
How you what? Oh, your song was you were singing about that. So now I'm gonna go in the studio and I'm gonna sing about that too. My God. God is saying, look, hello, you got your own thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you doing with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you doing with it?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if it's not properly used, he's going to take it away from you.
Come on now. Yeah.
So that's the part
Come-
that we got to be careful with. If we're not doing, if our mind is in the right, if it's in the wrong place, because it's our mind. Speak
Yeah.
about that, Teddy Ray. Your mind be controlling you.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. No,
You want to go,
my
it's
shout out
God's
to my
telling you to go right. God's telling you to go right. And guess what you're doing? You're going to do it this way. Your mind telling you, no, I think this one right here, this is better for you.
shout out to my first lady, Siobhan Codio, man. I was watching a snippet of her speaking engagement at a women's convention, and she said, and it touched me so hard because I too am dealing with that too. Is she said, stop those worrying prayers. If you're gonna pray, don't worry,
That's right.
and if you're gonna worry, don't pray. I remember when the Williams brothers used to sing that, man. If you don't pray, and man, and see that's why I love those old school songs, man.
Mhm.
I love
Right.
those old school songs, man, because they minister to your soul, man.
Mhm.
They minister to your walk.
Mhm.
So I'm just like I said, I'm just sold out, man. I'm sold out, man. A lot of people I've lost friendships because of this assignment that God has me on.
That's right.
And I'm speaking of real close brotherhood friendships, man, that I lost. But I've also understand that as I've got older, man, that there's friends and then there's associates.
Mhm.
So
That's right. And I
I'm
think a lot
okay.
of us don't understand that.
Yeah, you think everybody is your friend.
Mhm.
You think everybody is your friend.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful and thankful that God has put me in a pruning season and allowed me to see things, with the spiritual eyes of people that are around me. Now that I have, said yes to this podcast and yes to this divine assignment, my stay with friends have just been zero. My phone doesn't even ring anymore. but I'm okay with that. I'm
Yes.
okay with that. You have to be okay with that when God is elevating you, man.
Yes.
You have to be okay with that. You know, that
Yes.
elevation is just for you. So
That's right.
God is not saying that you need to bring people with you. That's why I keep
That's
telling
right.
you. That's why I keep telling people, man, just keep your elevation silent.
To yourself.
Keep it silent
My
to
God.
yourself. Yeah, yeah.
My God. Your wife said, Queen said, everyone can't walk the journey with us. No, they wasn't meant to walk it with us. It's what
No.
we want to carry. We sit there and we'll carry our sister. This one over here, our cousin. We just packing it. All the loads we putting it on our back, on our back, on our back.
And you don't even know that you're carrying a demon with you. Those same people that you're carrying is waiting on you to fall.
Oh yes.
Waiting on you to fall. That's the terrible part. Is that
Oh
you think
yes.
that all these you think you bringing help, but you actually bringing weight.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Miss Trina said, let some sit on the sideline and watch you go by them until they are ready to walk with you, if that's God's
Yeah,
will. Yep, absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Thank
most
you guys
definitely.
for coming in. I see you. Anthony Smith was saying he had just talked about this, what we're talking about last night. Shanique says, Amen. You got to stay focused. Anthony says, you won't have to worry about being silent. God will put it on display. Yes, he will. Yeah. When it's your time to shine, God gonna make sure it shine for his
Yeah,
glory.
most definitely.
Mhm.
But every conversation you have with him, with God, is not on a conference call. It's not on speakerphone.
No,
It's with you.
that's
He
right.
has you on silent mode. It's
Yeah,
silent mode.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's for you only.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Wow. So, do you ever get any music to play? What songs do you like to listen to? You
You
said the
know what? As
old hymns
far
and everything.
no, no. So I listen to just gospel music. You know,
Yes.
I just listen to gospel music. You know, growing up, I used to always go and watch. My mom used to always take me when they were in town. I would always go see the Mighty Clouds of Joy. You know, I'm a big fan of Quartet. You know, I'm a big fan of the Soul Seekers. You know, I'm a big fan of Waterboy.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Definitely like the Williams brothers. I love, and then currently I'm a fan of you know Tim Rogers and the Fellas. You know, I'm a big fan of Ty Tribbett, Dietrich Haddon, um, Reynolds. I'm a big fan of. You I just like gospel music, man.
Right.
Anything that I just love it. I just love gospel music. But yeah, I do love some quartet. My wife would tell you she didn't realize how much I love quartets until she started seeing me playing it a lot. You know, then when I started hearing it on your station, man, I was like, oh yeah, I need to go and get some of that. You know, I'm like, oh man, I ain't never heard of this one.
Some good stuff, yeah. Well, some radio stations. I'm one of them about to bring up, man. Them too. They play some good stuff, good
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm a big fan of gospel music, man. Like I said, I've always been in the church. I don't really listen to rap at all, to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't even listen to it when I was a child. I'm more of an R&B type of guy, you
yes.
know. I'm a big Charlie Wilson fan. I'm a big, me and my wife, we always went when he was living. We went to actually see him before he passed away with Frankie Beverly and Mays. So my wife, she's a big fan of him. Which
Okay,
I am, yeah, I am too. But that's pretty much how we roll with it, man. We don't really do the rap or anything like that. We don't frown upon it. It's just that that's not what gets us going.
That's right. That's right. So what legacy do you want your voice to leave behind?
that I served, that I bridged the gap, that I was a voice for the voiceless.
Hmm.
You know, that I trusted the process, even when the process didn't look like a process. I trusted it anyway, anyhow. That I was not afraid of walking into the unknown.
Hmm.
You know, that I just, I just want, I just want to be relevant. I want to be relevant. I don't want, I'm not looking for fame, fortune. I just want to be relevant in this world that I was, you know, a server for the community and for, the voiceless. That's all I want to be about. If fame and fortune comes with it, to God be the glory. But if I had my choice, I would just want to be a voice for the voiceless. Because let's be honest, mental health in this world is very serious. So
That's right.
if I can be in some kind of capacity, help therapeutic for those that are dealing with mental issues daily, then I'll take that over fame any day. Because again, everybody is relevant in this world, and everybody is needed in this world. And some people don't feel love. Some people don't feel relevant. And it even comes from the people that they think love them the most.
Hmm.
That's where the mental issue comes from, is because they are depending on those people that are supposed to be in their corner, and they're hurting them to the core, man. That's why, it's very important, and let's be transparent as well. It's time for churches to step up and start serving in the community. Stop
That's
trying to keep
right.
everything in those four walls. Go out there and serve. Put your
Hmm.
foot to the ceiling and get out there and serve.
Hmm.
There's some hurt people out here, man. There's some really, really, really hurt people out there, and we as believers have to understand that we were them at one point.
That's right. That's right.
Don't frown upon them. Don't judge them because
That's
you were
right.
frowned
That's
upon
right.
before. You were
That's
judged
right.
before, and look at you now. So yeah, I just want to be a voice for the voices, man. Honestly, I really want to be a voice for the voices.
Hmm.
When I come on Saturday night and I hear these people's story, man,
Hmm.
my God, man, I get chills.
Hmm.
I get chills because you know I think about my journey. I think about when I was in that dark time, you know, and look at me now. I thought about giving up at one point in my life.
That's right.
I thought about life is just too much,
Hmm.
you know.
My God.
So I'm just grateful and thankful to God. Like I said, even though I have guests coming on, they have no idea how much they are pouring into me.
Hmm.
You know, every Saturday night they're pouring into me. So yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I want to continue to serve, and anything that's attached to me, I'm asking them to serve. And if they are not able to serve, then I have to disconnect.
Right. That's right. That's right. The world, and I mean, you spoke about that just now briefly. The world is so critical, man, of other people.
Right,
Like, I
right,
just,
yeah,
I'm like, okay, you say all that you want to say, but guess what? Have you checked your stuff out?
yeah, yeah.
Really?
Check your resume.
Yeah. I mean, and I think I posted this the other day. It's like we could be so critical of the young people too. And oh, they do this. Oh, they do this. Oh, they do this. You know, we got so much to say. But then I look at them and I'm like, wow, did you realize that you just was in church? And as soon as you stepped foot on the outside of the church, you just was cussing. Like,
Yeah, yeah, no,
you
yeah,
see nothing wrong with that?
yeah. But see, that's because nowadays a lot of parents are trying to be a kid's best friend.
Hmm.
You know, that's why. That's why. Growing up, me in my era, we don't have the big mamas no more, the grandmas that are, pulling your
Right.
coat. You know, we don't know. And 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 to be perfectly honest with you, I'm glad that we don't have those anymore because you know, at at, at some point, um, a lot of grandparents was being parents. If you get what I'm talking about, a lot of these
That's
parents are just
true.
throwing the kids to the grandparents and you raise them. I'm still gonna
That's
go out there and
true.
party. I'm still gonna go out there and party. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
glad.
true.
I'm glad that yeah, I'm glad that grandparents is actually able to just sit back and retire now and enjoy the fruits of their labor. It was looking like grandparents was starting all over again, being parents again.
I know. But you know what, chill. I'm talking about the grandparents cussing.
Yeah, yeah,
Those are
yeah,
the ones I'm talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, they
yeah,
some of them that I know, oh my gosh,
yeah.
they be in the church. Sometimes they slip up. Not in
Ah,
my
you're right.
church. Well, put it this way, none that I have
I've yeah,
found out so far. But
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
yeah.
I've seen it a lot,
But we're
man.
critical of young people, like so critical. Like they should take their hats off in the church and they should do this and they should say yes, ma'am. And I'm looking at them like, oh my gosh.
Hey, how do you? I had a quick question. It's funny, but I just want to see what you think. How you feel about the chewing gum in church? Because some of these Christians, man, they be having some dragon breath, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think gum should be allowed in church a little bit because of some mints or
Yeah,
something, man.
but
Because
control your chew.
some of these people don't be coming in the church doing the breath check now. You got to do that breath check, man. Come on,
No,
don't
but
be
they
all
should.
don't be no usher, don't be no deacon coming to me and getting close to me and now I got my eyes is watering and stuff. I can't deal with that, man. Stop playing.
No.
Somebody needs to be your friend and tell you, hey, listen, man, here, take this. Because I'm going to be
Right.
that friend. I'm not going to let you go to nobody else's face
No.
and be having them
No.
teary eyed stuff like they going through something. Nah.
Right.
So I think that I'm kind of I'm kind of
Take your
iffy on
time.
the gum and the mint, man. I think that should be. Now I understand why a lot of churches used to have peppermints all the time,
Right.
man.
Right at the door. Right at the door.
Nah, I'm just playing.
Right at the door before you come in.
Though.
Start laughing. Gina is also a basic personality. It's the truth. Y'all know it's the truth. And if some of y'all got churches and you don't have no peppermints, that's a
Yeah.
small.
And don't be in them churches that they got no AC either, man.
Oh,
And they got the hot breath too. Ah, no, we can't deal
look,
with that. I'm stepping out at least about 3 or 4
right.
times during
I
service.
know that's right. But listen, since you was talking about serving, now let's go back to that serving. Right now, come on. You know there's some people that work in the church, but it makes it hard for people to serve.
That's because let's be transparent. A lot of churches got cliques.
Hmm.
If you don't fit in, then you're not in. and there's a lot of cliques.
I'm,
There's
s-
just
I'm
jealousy.
sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. I just looked at something. Todd
Mhm.
B said, I think I'm saying her name right. She said they need to have a toothbrush session. No. Then she said section. So they go over there.
Ah, hey man, yeah. Hey, don't. Hey man, listen. Don't be talking about. I heard Teddy Ray giving up some options. Don't y'all do that now. Don't y'all be going back to church talking about so we need to go ahead and bring back the mints and the gum and all that.
No.
Teddy Ray saying dragon breath is on the loose. Ah man, y'all crazy.
Oh my gosh. That's too much. Oh my gosh.
Nah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's just what it is. I'm just being honest, man. I I I dealt with that as a kid, man. Where it just was that spirit of dragon breath was just on the loose, man. It was just going on, man. And like I said, I didn't care growing up if I was an adolescent, man. I'll go and tell you like, hey, you gotta take care of that, man. You got to take care of that now.
The
You in a
missus
position
say,
in the
and
church where
deodorant. Yeah, you can't forget about deodorant.
yeah, because you got to remember though, this is it's funny, but that's part of church etiquette.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? When
That's
you
right.
are in position in a
Right.
church, and you're in a position where you're greeting people and
Yes.
always going to be in people's face and you're going
That's
to be
right.
praying on people. Listen, man, don't be praying on me, man, because I
Right.
will immediately get out the spirit if I smell something that's not correct. I'm trying. Let me stop, man. Let me.
Ty said, go to the left, brush your teeth before coming in. Stop it.
Y'all crazy. Y'all
But
crazy
you know
tonight,
what? Well,
man.
I'm gonna tell you what I dealt with when I was younger. The serving part. Let's go back to that serving part of some
Mm,
people
mm,
being in the church and they unhappy or they
mm.
jealous and they because you're doing and you're young. Oh, I experienced that at a young age. So you're young, so they're gonna try to have their kids, which the calling was not on their life. They want their kids to do what you're doing, and it became very stressful. Being a president of a youth choir at young age and having all of that. You know what I'm saying? The pastors demand the stuff of you, which you're doing, but then they're contradicting that. It's hard
I
sometimes.
yeah, I've experienced that, man. At a church that I used to be a member of, the jealousy was so real that when we came to church the next day, the church was flooded.
Yeah.
I could not believe that.
Hmm.
I could not believe that the jealousy would be so real
Hmm.
that you would flood your own hospital.
Hmm. My
So,
God.
I'm a part of a men's church. I'm a part of, House of Rescue Church of God in Christ with my pastor, Pastor Pierre Codio, in Los Angeles, California. And I'm a part of the men's circle in there. And, the first thing that I told the men when I joined it is I just didn't want to be a part of a group, a department that is just a lot of yes men.
Mm.
I don't want to be a part of no department or no committee in church where people are just saying yeah and not
Hmm.
speaking up for something that they should be saying no to.
That's right.
So, I'm so grateful and thankful that the brotherhood is, a, just a lot of men that just were able to speak up, man, and holding each other accountable, and that's what is missing in churches is accountability partners.
That's
We
right.
should. You shouldn't have to. The pastor shouldn't have to be involved in everything. Men should be able to handle
Hmm.
some things without the pastor. Not saying the pastor shouldn't know about it, but
Right,
certain things the men should be able to handle it.
right.
And so just as well as the women. The women should be able to handle what they need to handle as well. They shouldn't, the pastor, and I'm saying this because, my pastor is also my brother-in-law. And,
Hmm.
I know that he goes through, he has a lot on his plate, and pastors in general
That's
have a
right.
lot on their plate. So they shouldn't have to deal with foolishness, man.
No,
That grown men and women should be able to settle,
right. It's the
without
truth.
it being church around the
Hello.
church.
It's the truth.
It's start, churches are starting to be like high school, where it's just a
Right.
lot of
Oh,
gossip. All right, man. Let me calm
no, because that part though,
down.
Teddy, it's the truth. And then we
Yeah,
say serve, serve. No, let me tell you, nobody's going to be working Monday through Friday or whatever your hours is. Some of us even work over the weekend. And now we
yeah.
got to go in to serve, and we got some snooty looking woman nasty with us. I literally remember working in the church and going to work on the media department. This is not where I am now, in case my people is listening. And I get there, and they said this. They said, "Well, I just want y'all to know we filling out the application, right? I just want you to know sometimes the lady that's in charge here, she gets, she has certain kind of ways, and she gets an attitude, and she feels like she's under pressure, so she might snap at times." And I'm looking like, it's okay if I'm at my job and you snap.
Yeah, yeah,
I gotta get a
yeah,
paycheck.
yeah,
Is that as long as you don't snap off and try to hit me now?
yeah.
Now. But that's not okay. Just like you just said, we
Yeah,
should not
yeah,
be dealing with that in church.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm praying on it, man. I'm praying on churches as a whole, man. Can get away from that, man. Get away from the cliques. Get away from you know being yes man and being yes woman. Uh,
Lord have
you know,
mercy.
and also here's the biggest thing: people calling themselves.
They doing what?
When people calling themselves instead of
Yeah,
saying when they say God's calling
of
them,
course.
God
Yeah.
ain't called you. You just want to
We
be
was talking
seen.
about that the other day. It's the truth though. And that's for anything, in the church. My mother used to be a deaconess, so it goes for that too. you know. Before when they told her, asked her about being a deacon, she went into like hibernation, talking to God. Like, really? Like, you what?
Yeah, yeah.
Some of us, we don't do that. We go right, yes,
There should
okay, sure.
there should be anointing with the calling.
Yes.
When
Yes.
you get called, people should no longer see Ray. They should see God when you talk.
Oh my
They should
Jesus.
see God when you walk. So, you know, I just, that's why I'm very careful with people prophesizing over me.
Ah,
Telling me that they see me being a pastor. They see
ah,
me. I haven't heard none of that from God. Not saying
right,
it's not gonna happen, but I
right,
just said I haven't heard that. So,
right.
uh, and then the people that are prophesizing over you, they not even right.
Well, there
So
are
how
some
are you
fake
gonna?
prophecies. Prophets, they're fake. Just like anything else. They fake.
Hey, that's why the Bible say watch and pray.
Yes.
That's why it's just not that's just not something just to be in the book and they just put it in the book. No, Watch and pray. Because the serving,
Right.
when you serving,
Right.
the watching and praying don't stop. When you
That's
get
right.
anointed, when you get appointed,
That's
the
right.
watching and praying don't stop.
Oh
When you
God.
get called,
Mm,
the watching and praying doesn't stop.
stop.
So watch and pray. Watch and pray. I don't care how close of a friend you have. I don't care how good of a pastor you have. I don't
That's
care how
right.
good of a deacon you have. All of us are human first.
That's right.
So watch and pray.
That's right.
Well, it's very important, man, for people that are hurting and joining churches. It's very important that when you are joining churches, you want to be under a leadership that is not going to have your spirit stagnated.
That's right.
You want to be under a leadership that's just not going to be okay with you being a pew member
Ah,
every Sunday.
that's right.
You want a pastor that's going to be allow you to exploit your gifts.
That's right.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
That's right. That's
And
right.
no shade to none of these mega churches, but if I can't shake my pastor hand, I don't want it. I don't need it.
That's right.
I need to
That's
be able
right.
to talk to my pastor. I need to
That's
be able to hug my pastor.
that's right.
I need all that. I
That's
need
right.
all that. I don't need to go to no secretary.
That's
I don't need
right.
to go to no first attendant, no second attendant. I need to go straight to the source. I done messed around and messed up the lie, man. The devil busy. The devil busy. Yeah, 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 yeah. He don't like me talking about God. He don't like me talking about God. When he see my spirit get stirred up, he gets upset. He gets upset. Yeah, he gets upset.
There you go. All right. We back.
Yeah, we here. I'm here.
What happened? You
The
see
devil
what
must have got
happens,
mad.
right? When we start talking
He got mad. He got mad. I'm okay with that though. Not on my
about yeah,
watch. Not on
yeah.
your watch.
That's right.
But yeah,
That's what he said. But it's true though.
I'm
You have to go to a teaching church.
absolutely.
And I'm gonna say this. My church that actually I had left because when COVID hit, my church was a mega church. And let me
Mm,
tell you something though. I left
mm,
because it didn't open. It took so long because there's a lot of senior citizens in my church too. So
mm.
he was like really making sure that they were okay. But I just, you know how you like have that itch? I gotta get back in. Like I gotta
Yeah,
get back in. So,
yeah.
but with that church, right? Bishop David G. Evans, I love him to death, and still today I still watch him. Um, I mean, let me tell you something. You could shake his hand. I went to
Hmm.
marriage counseling with him. I mean, he didn't get my ex right, but because he didn't want to get right, you know. But all mega churches are not like that. But when you do
Right.
have a church, because I heard mega churches can be like that, you know, that's I don't shake your hand, you stay over there, you know, there's a problem. But you know what I want to talk about?
Hmm.
How can I say this? A lot of people that I took to my old pastor's church, they couldn't roll with him. And I'm gonna say roll with him. You know why? Because he was making some of them feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
so that's the kind of pastor you need. You need a pastor that's gonna make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't the messenger. It was the message.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But but see, and that's why I love my pastor, man. He said as believers, including himself, You have to be able to show your scars
That's
to
right.
someone else.
Absolutely. Yes.
You have to be able to show your scars, man. And that hit me so hard, man, because that's all the people that are coming into the church are looking for.
That's right.
Other victims that have scars.
That's right.
But
That's right.
like it goes back to the clicks. Some people don't want to show their scars. Some people are embarrassed to show their scars. Some people feel like the position that they're in church, they would probably lose friendships. They would probably lose, and let's be honest. Some churches, some church members are more concerned about having followers, personal followers, like people that they gravitate to people that look up to them,
It's true.
envy them,
Right.
instead of focusing on what the focus is, and that's keeping your eyes stayed on Jesus.
Hmm.
But people do that, man. People do that, and I just pray to God that because God is a jealous God. He's
Yeah.
a jealous
And
God,
see,
man.
if we do that, right? If we stay quiet on the things that we went through, and again, it takes
Yeah,
time for people to. I get all of that, but
yeah,
don't you
yeah.
realize that there's
Come on.
souls that's attached to what you went through?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Somebody is like waiting for you to tell
yeah.
them what you went through because they going through
Yeah.
it right now and they just don't see a way out.
Come on now. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, my God. It's like we want to be so again, Teddy, we sitting there doing this stuff because we're in our own mindset. We doing because oh no, I'm not going to tell this one because this one is going to think less of me. Well, guess what? If they think less of, I remember going through my divorce. Now you know how and you probably went through this too. You know how like the family they see that you're not with the husband. Like you go to family functions, they're not there, so they assume. Of course you do, right? None of them never said anything, but you do assume. Oh,
yeah,
I assume because
yeah,
he's not with them, blah 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 blah. You know, and but this the simple fact was that I didn't let that like affect who I was. I remember having my mom said to me, okay, you're going to go through the divorce now. She wanted everybody to be on the same page with this because people were going to be asking her at her church, certain things, right? Because I was breaking loose on social media because I didn't care. I was like, look, I got to bring in the souls. I'm sorry, who know what? I really don't care. This
yeah,
is what
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
And I'm not
yeah,
lying. I'm telling you the truth. And that's
yeah,
it. And I said to my mother, my father was like, I don't care. I don't do things. My dad was always like that. I don't do things for people. If they want to talk about it, go talk about it. But again, here we go. The same people that was talking had kids doing X, Y, and Z. So while you looking over here at me, here we go
yeah,
again. Look at yourself.
yeah. Look at yourself. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So that was
yeah,
something too that we had to talk about and come to a conclusion. What were we? Here we go. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna tell people things? And so I was like, look, I'm just gonna go all out. So then you did. You had the ones going when I first said it. I never forget. They were like, really? What? What? And then you hear like different people say this one will call my mother, this one would say this, and and then it just faded away because once again, I was in control of who said what to me. They knew not to come to me too much, but I'm just saying, We can't be afraid to tell what God has brought us through because He wants
Come on now.
us. Yeah,
Yeah.
He wants us to be a witness because I keep saying there's souls that's attached to us. And if we sit here and we going to heaven and we got souls attached, nah, I don't want to be that. No. I don't want to. I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, I don't. I say this all the time, man, and you know, the test is the testimony.
Mm-hmm.
You know, test.
That's
You know,
right.
the test that you wasn't gonna make it, that you was
That's
counted
right.
out. That is a testimony. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that you wasn't gonna bounce back from the divorce. That
That's
you
right.
wasn't gonna bounce back from losing your mom, losing your dad.
That's right.
You know, that you was gonna go crazy. They was gonna put you in a mental hospital. They had
Yes.
already started giving you medicine because they felt that you was being psychotic, or you
My
know
God.
that you wouldn't be fit to be a parent after you
Yes.
lost,
Ah.
you know, lost your mom, lost your dad. You know,
Yes.
that's what the test is. It's the
That is.
test
Yes, it is.
in the testimony. That's
Oh,
what it is.
yes. My
It's
God.
the test. I think about that. See, you stirring up my spirit right now because I
My
could
God.
have been dead and gone. I had all the reasons
Mm-mm.
mentally to check out.
Oh, yes.
I
And
lost,
people wanted you
I
to
lost
too.
everything. Yeah, people was waiting. They were looking for the obituary to be already printed. They were looking for that. They were waiting on me to get a call. They were waiting on me to call them from jail,
Yes.
saying, "Can you put something on my books?"
Yep.
That's what they were waiting on.
That's right.
But God, but God,
Ah. My gosh.
but God,
Yes. Lord
He
have mercy,
stated in
Jesus.
His word that He would never leave me
That's
nor
right.
forsake me.
That's what He said.
He also stated in His word that He would not put too much on me.
Yes, that I can bear. That's right. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
So why won't I tell the test
Ah. Ah.
in the testimony?
Ah.
Why won't I?
My God. My God.
My God, my
My
God.
God.
Yeah, yes, 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 yes,
My God.
yes,
My God.
yes,
My God.
yes.
My God. It's the truth. You know, sometimes we don't
I'm
realize
only
we have our own family members that's hoping that we will fall right on our face.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't be
My
afraid to
Jesus.
share your testimony, man. Tell your testimony. Share
Yes.
your testimony. Shout your testimony.
Yes.
Shout it out. Shout it out.
Yes.
Shout it
Yes,
out.
God. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Shout out your
Thank you,
testimony.
Jesus.
Tell the good news.
My God.
Just shout it out.
Yes. And
Do you know how
sometimes,
impactful it is? Yeah. You know how
sometimes
impactful it is to shout out your testimony and it's
yes.
coming from the person that should not be here?
Ah, Jesus. Yes. Yes, God. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's stressful, the stuff that we dealt with.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
stressful. It could have easily took us out. We could have been the one jumping over into the river. It's stressful. My God. Like that song say, my God can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God can
Yeah.
do anything.
We must shout to the
Telling you.
mountaintops, man. For real. We must I mean, he's done so much for us that I just can't say it and tell it all in one word.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
can't tell
Sundays.
it all. I just can't
Look,
tell
I'm
it all.
turning. I'm messing up my computer. Listen, Sundays come, and
Yeah,
I'm wondering why in the world people in the church is quiet.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
can't stand that. I'm like, he did nothing for
yeah.
you, nothing.
But I shout for them. But I
And
shout
some
for
of you
them though.
sitting
I
here
shout
like,
for them. Yeah,
I,
yeah,
yeah, I probably do too.
yeah,
I'm loud enough.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, 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 yeah. See,
Oh my gosh.
I have an observing spirit in me, man. And when I first started going to the church that I go to now, I just sat back and I observed. I just want to observe, you know, the message. I want to observe the people in the church. But now that I have finally said that this is my home, and God has been blessing me and been showing me favor in
Right.
my life because of my
Mhm.
obedient faith,
Yes.
because I have allowed God to just take control and order my steps, and it's a God
Mm,
divine assignment that He has me
mm,
in.
mm.
If you just, all it took was me just saying yes.
Yes.
There's been many times, and I'm pretty sure there's been many times that you felt unworthy of your blessing.
Yes. My
You
gosh.
felt
Whew.
unqualified of your
That's right.
blessings.
That's right.
But God keeps
That's right.
giving you those blessings that you was not even expecting.
That's right.
You had already had ideas to get it done yourself. But God
That's right.
stepped in.
You sure
God
did.
stepped up.
You sure did.
Man, listen.
When you say
I
you don't
count it
know
all
how,
joy.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 My goodness, man. My goodness, my goodness.
Yeah. He know. And sometimes, oh Jesus, sometimes he's waiting for us to release some stuff. Sometimes it has a lot to do with us coming forward and saying what we have been through, right? And then he's gonna
Yeah,
bless
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
while we sitting here holding it all in here, we holding it. I gave this example one time. Everything I don't have enough stuff here, but everything we just piling. We piling all of this stuff. The markets, we piling all of these things, which are burdens and problems. We're piling it all up, right? And God is saying, you ain't even trusting me, are you? And we piling it. What happens? It's more and more stuff that we creating, right? And
Yeah,
he's waiting
yeah,
for us just to take this load and just give it to him and say,
yeah,
here you go.
yeah,
And that's it. And forget about it. See?
yeah.
And
Come on
forget
now.
about it.
Come on now.
But we don't want to
Come
do
on.
that. We want to keep it. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know he made us? I think sometimes we don't realize who made us.
Come on now.
He made us. We didn't make
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this cannot be okay. We got to take it to the Lord. Here we go. And leave it there. That's what it said. That's
My
what it
God.
said.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
said. But we still want to dibble and dabble. That's what we want to do. I'm shaking the
And,
We
and
still
I
want to
wanna
dibble and
I wanna help somebody. In that release,
dabble.
God is making room.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. He
Yes.
gotta make room. He gotta make room.
Oh, yes.
He gotta make room. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he
yeah,
do.
yeah. Yeah,
My God.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people think that release is a bad thing. No, 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 no. He's making
No.
room.
Oh,
Actually, he's
yes.
giving you.
That's right. He's
Actually,
making
he's
room
giving
for
you.
what we're going to receive.
He's
Hey.
yeah, yeah. He's giving you out. He's getting rid of those old stuff, and he's giving you some new
Right.
things with new labels on them,
Oh,
new
yes.
labels on them, new titles on them,
That's right.
new friendships on them, new
Oh,
husbands,
yes.
new wives,
Yes, Lord.
new homes, new
Hey.
church family. Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
new worship.
That's That's right.
Yeah, he's giving you everything new. That's why you gotta walk. You gotta be he's setting you up for your newness.
That's right. Wow.
That's why you're releasing. He's setting you up for your newness.
That's right. That's right.
That's what he said. The word says all things that the old things.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
Passed away.
yeah,
All
yeah,
things become
yeah,
new. New.
yeah.
That's right.
All things, not
Right.
some,
That's right.
all of it.
That's right.
That's why I agree with what you said. When you say all things, that means leave it.
Ah, mercy,
Leave
Jesus.
it. Leave
Mm,
all of it.
yeah.
Man, you about to get
My
man.
God. You just gotta leave it there. It's hard though. It's hard to walk in that. But again, I had to actually, like when I was younger, I knew that there was more. And see, some of us don't want to go to more. We want to
Come
stay
on now.
content in the place that we're at, in that church, you know. And I said to my mother, I said, I'm going to South Jersey. She said, why? Because there's more. Had no idea of where I was moving, that the church was down the street, that I would be receiving my more.
Yeah,
So literally,
yeah,
my sons at a young age had a chance
yeah.
to see hands being laid on, people falling out, and this wasn't a joke. You know, I grew up in church thinking that I saw it on television. Me and my cousins used to laugh at that. You know, we really did laugh at. We see their hands. So why are they falling back? And we thought it was so funny. Didn't realize that this is actually happening.
Yeah,
Even happened to me.
yeah.
So my sons woke up in a total different atmosphere of going, wow, this is mind blowing.
Mm.
So I think it's important for us to go seeking for more. We got to get more.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because he has more.
Yes.
He has more.
Yes.
Don't think that what you have now,
Is
that's
it?
it, that's all.
Right.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
it's
no,
not.
no, no.
Oh, Jesus.
He has more.
He
You know,
does.
all he wants is a yes. That's
That's
all he
true. And
wants.
he's waiting. That's the thing. He's waiting for him for more. My God. That's what he's waiting for us to do.
And the thing about us, though, we think that it's too late.
Yeah, we do.
It's not too
do.
late.
No, it's not.
Just because you can answer him then, don't mean that he still won't pick up the phone call.
No. Or because we 70 years old or we hitting 80.
Yeah.
We think
Yeah.
it's it.
Yeah.
My God. You know, we could be on here all night, so you know, I'm sorry. But... Oh my gosh. So how can they get in contact with you?
You can follow me on Facebook under Chill with Teddy Ray Talk Show. I am on every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, I have a YouTube channel under Chill with Teddy Ray as well. Please subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep up and be up to date on things that Chill with Teddy Ray is doing. Again, the pre-orders are on. You can start today. They will be $25. The colors that I have now are black shirts and green shirts. All you can do is just DM me and put the size that you want, and we'll go ahead and take care of that. We try to get that out to you guys by the end of this month. You can also follow me. I think my queen is still on. If she didn't mind putting in my email address, she just created that for me, so I don't know it offhand. But you can reach me by there as well if you would like to be a guest on the show. But please keep in mind that I do screen my guests to make sure that they fit the assignment. You know. Other than that, yeah, that's all I have. I have a show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, I will be on Miss Consuela's podcast on the 30th, on her podcast, which is What's in Your Cup Conversation. I'm just excited about what God is doing. I never imagined not only just having my own podcast, but being guest on people's podcasts. And let me be transparent with you, Queen Alicia. I don't say yes to everybody.
That's right.
I
And
don't
you
say yes
can't.
to
Yeah.
everybody that asks me to come on their podcast, to come on their show, because I'm very sensitive and guarded with me, because
That's right.
I know whose I am,
That's
and I
right.
know that
That's
He
right.
is watching,
Mm-hmm.
the gifts that
Sure
He has
is.
provided, and I'm sensitive and guarded, and I am so, overwhelmed and grateful and thankful for you considering me. Um, Man, the word that keeps coming to my head as God was moving through me tonight, He wanted me to let you know that, to get ready, it's coming. I don't know what it is that you're working on. I don't know what it is that you've been holding back on, but God is telling me to tell you to get ready, it's coming. So I am so ever grateful
Amen.
and thankful to be
Amen.
on your platform. I'm a fan of yours. I watch you all the time. Anytime I see that live button come on, I go on. If I'm too busy, I'm watching the replay. But one thing for sure, I
Thank
will be
you.
watching.
Thank
and I'm
you so much.
and I'm me and my wife. We are anticipating our book to come as soon as possible.
Well, yeah, you're
Our book,
supposed to be sending me
the,
your address. Wait,
yeah,
wait, hold
yeah.
up. Wait.
No, we
I'm
gonna buy
sending it,
our
right?
own. We buying our own. I'm I'm
Well,
I'm
I'm gonna get a
promoting it.
t-shirt, blah blah.
Hey, listen. I'm taking that. Listen, I'm taking that. Men, are you listening to your queen till our Men's Day?
Oh no. See, you starting something. You just want to start. You just like last night. You wanted to start
No, no,
something.
no, 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 no. But in all sincereness, though, you
Right.
are giving the blueprint of how to get a soulmate
Yeah,
for all these men that want to know how to keep a marriage,
that's true.
how to keep a healthy marriage,
That's true.
and how to keep a spiritual marriage.
Yes.
That is the blueprint of what you wrote down. And I thank God that you listened to God's voice and went through with that, man, because that book is needed in society for men.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
thank you for that. A lot of men feel like they have arrived and they don't
That's
need
right.
no more growing. They don't feel like they need to grow anymore. No, you still got some growing to do. I still got some growing to do.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so yeah, I appreciate your books. I
Yeah.
appreciate your books. Me and my wife, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna sit here and watch and read it together, read it to each other.
Well, it's funny because uh it's like, look, I have one more like I would think, I'm gonna get married again,
As
So
you should,
I
as you should.
you learn better, you learn more, and you see the things that if both of you were doing it, right? Like this is like something that, look, if you my best friend, you my ride or die. We
Yeah.
might argue and we might fuss sometimes, but guess what? Still at the end of the day, you still my ride or die.
You know what? I remember someone asked me, "What's the difference from this marriage now and the marriage that I had before?" And I said, "The though this is my true marriage.
Right.
This marriage has allowed me to see myself.
Hmm.
So this marriage has allowed me to actually grow into a husband.
Right.
Again, I was learning on. I'm a late bloomer. You know,
Right.
I'm a late bloomer. I'm like I said, there's so many things that conversation that I wish I could have had with my father, but maybe it wasn't meant for me to have that conversation because he didn't know how to be a husband. My mom and dad wasn't married;
Right.
they were together for a long time. You
That's
know,
right.
that's
Right.
that's how it is. That's how it is with friendships. Don't let me say something while I'm on that. Longevity doesn't necessarily mean best friend.
Ooh,
Just
that's
because you've been
good. That's good. Oh, I
just
like that.
because you've been knowing people for 40, 50 years, don't mean that they're your best friend.
Where's my
Stop
shoe?
using that.
Wait, hold up. I'm trying to find you so I can throw it. Oh, that's good. Wait, say that again. So if I'm friends with somebody for 40 years, can I say that they
That's,
my friend?
are they your best friend?
I'm just telling you. I agree with you.
Yeah. I I've known people a long time, man. We gotta stop using those words loosely, so loosely.
Hmm.
Those are just people that you just been knowing for 40, 50 years.
Yeah,
That doesn't necessarily mean that they're your best friend.
absolutely. Absolutely. It's true. You just knew
Do a
them.
check. Do a check on some. Listen. Do a check on somebody. Ask them what's your favorite color. What's your favorite music?
Come
You
on.
know. Ask them all that. See if they get how many of those questions they can answer correctly.
Right. That's true.
You know.
My
But
God.
I'm being honest with you. Longevity does not mean that that's your best friend.
Well,
Sometimes you
some
can
of
know
us,
somebody a long time, and you can just know somebody for a year or two, and that's where
that's
they
right.
are have a great connection with you,
I
as
think
if you've
some,
been knowing that person for years.
that's right. I think some of us have a bad definition of friendship. Um, um, I just think that sometimes we'll say on camera that they're our friends. And my question is, what have you shared with them that can and what have they done to represent true friendship? Because the ones that I have, and it's only three of them, the ones that I have in my circle, they have how can I say it? They have represented good friendship. Like when I needed them, they were there. It's not I didn't hold back. Let me tell them this. They but this one can't handle this. It
No,
was
I understand. I
that's
just
what's going
felt,
on these days. They holding
I
stuff
felt,
back.
I felt with me, I was just more open book than they were. I felt like I was being, just surprised by a lot of things that I shouldn't have been surprised by if I've been knowing you, you know, for
That's
a long
right.
time. I shouldn't have no surprises. Your village should not be yes men, yes women,
Yep.
and it should be loyalty. It should be respect. There should be boundaries. You know, it just it should be peaceful, man. Nobody should be having no surprises. I shouldn't know something about my best friend through someone else.
That's right. High five. High five. High five. High five. That's right. Two high
I
fives.
shouldn't. I shouldn't. You shouldn't. No one should.
No.
If that's your best friend, and someone came to you and said something about your best friend, you shouldn't be like, "Oh, really?" You should be like,
Right.
"Nah, that ain't him. That ain't her. That ain't
Right.
him. You talking about the wrong person."
Right.
Should not be surprised on nothing about your best friend. If that's
My
your
good.
best friend,
That's right.
that's the same thing with church members. You should not let people blaspheme your pastor if that's your pastor.
Right. That's right.
Don't
That's
have
right.
other people talking about your pastor.
Your
That's
pastor.
your pastor.
That's right.
That's your pastor.
That's right.
Protect your pastor.
That's right.
And if you can't protect your pastor, then you in the wrong church
Shouldn't be
under
here.
the wrong leadership. Let me
That's
stop.
right.
Let me stop.
My God. See, there you
Stop.
starting again.
Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Thank you for having me. I am so excited. I will. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun.
You come back
This
on
is,
another time.
oh, I'm so grateful. Likewise, because we don't talk about. We don't have a panel. Because I have another friend of mine that actually just wrote a book too, and it coincides with yours as well. So I would love to have both of y'all and
Really?
pick your brains on it. Yeah, I love it. As a matter of fact, I have her coming on in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Tanika Johnson. Yeah, she has a story as well. You may want to tap into that.
All right. I'll be sneaking in. I sneak in. Sometime I catch you on that. Lord, I'll be forgetting. Right now, I'm gonna tell you. I
Yeah.
be having so many things like this. I gotta do this. Like right now, when I get off, I gotta get my stuff ready to be presented to other places. And I'm like sitting there going, "Holy Jesus, give me this, please, give me
I hear
strength."
you. I hear you. I right before the show, I had to do daddy duties. My queen is in LA, so I had to go grocery
What?
shopping and do all this stuff. Yeah, I was doing everything, taking care of the dogs.
Look at that. Look at that. Your queen over here talking too. She said, after losing her best friend over a year ago, she doesn't take that word loosely. I know she does not.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I'm going to tell you, my best friends, I do have a couple. Actually, yeah, I got two. Right. But I don't even know. I think I got three because I tell all of them and all of them are there for me. So I don't know.
that's
They all
good,
probably
man.
would shoot me in the head. But one of them is my high school. We went to high school together.
Mm,
So there's
mm.
years on top of that.
My best
So I
friend, I'm 49. My best friend and I have been best friends since I was 5.
yeah, see. Yep.
Yeah,
And it's supposed to, like you just said, and that's why I said all of them probably would answer those questions. They supposed
yeah.
to know things about you.
They supposed to.
Yeah.
That's if that's really friendship, though. Sometimes
That's
I just
true.
want to have that label. Some people just want to have
Hmm.
that label. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. The same thing in church. Some people just want to have a label of being a minister. But we'll talk about that another day.
Like, oh no, oh no. Yeah, they stuck up on these labels. I could care less when God is not gonna be looking at your labels when you go to heaven. Sorry.
Hey, like I say all the time, my ultimate mission, man, is on that great day is to hear job well done, my
That's
good
true.
and faithful servant, man.
Thank you, Queen, so much. She said, great show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And be safe out there wherever you are in LA, right? You said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
be
in
safe.
LA,
Thank you so much, Chill with Teddy Ray. I mean, I don't know. I don't have too many words to say about you because I just think you just going up. Let me tell you something.
Mm,
Because I'm connected to you, right? So that means you already got your thing going on, right? But because I'm connected to you, then there's gonna be more blessings.
mm.
Because we already said you gotta be prepared. You gotta be careful who you connected to.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't I don't go up by myself. I'm not going up by myself. Like I'm dead. I told people that. Like when I have people on my platform, I'm like, all right, now unless they completely do something against me, then that X them off. But what I'm saying is that's why I go into this stuff and I really look and research even with artists, what they're doing, what are they about. I can't have an anointing And then I listen to an artist and it's not there. How can I bring you someplace I am? That don't even make sense. God gonna say, well, hold up, why you taking this one? So there's something that hopefully I'm gonna be doing in 2027. I say it, I don't care because I know it, and let me tell you, that gonna be off the chain.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be off the
yeah,
chain. So be prepared to spend the night
yeah, yeah,
because there's gonna
yeah,
be some fire.
yeah,
I'm just telling you. I'm trying to
yeah.
create something,
No, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and it's gonna be real. That's gonna be that night, but I don't want it to be a night though. I'm trying to make it a weekend. You
yeah,
know, that's gonna be
yeah,
an experience that I don't want
yeah,
people to ever stop talking about. Because this thing here with God, this ain't no joke. This is not a
yeah,
joke.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, he wants us not to sit here and say, I'm gonna stay in my area or whatever. He wants us to take this thing to the masses.
Come on now. Yeah, come on now.
It's
Yeah.
like, so who told you, that God created you? Who
Mm,
told you that he just told you you was gonna be some little local artist? That's the part that I'm still stuck at. I don't get that. You're so worried about being on the radio, but souls being saved, you're not concerned about that.
mm.
I'm just gonna leave that right there. So I
I'm gonna,
just say that you're
I'm gonna
attached.
leave it. I'm gonna leave this with you, man. In this kingdom business walk that I'm in, um, I have a lot of cooks in the kitchen
Mm,
where everyone can eat at the same table.
mm,
Um, I have a lot of cooks in the kitchen where everyone that I am connected to can eat at the same table.
my God.
So shout out to the Block 105 FM. Shout out to SoCal Radio. Shout out to the family members that be watching later, watching now. Shout out to my Queenager that's on right now. And
Yes.
shout out to Chopping It Up with Queen Alicia. Come on
Hey,
now. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Bigger and better things on the way. So get ready. It's coming.
thank you so much. Any words for those that are watching who actually they don't know. They're undecided about who they should worship. They're undecided about who God is, believe it or not. What are your words for them?
Worship who you seek, baby. Don't just read the word. Meet God in the word.
That's right.
Be a living and walking testimony. Share
Amen.
your testimony because the test is the testimony.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, sir, for being on tonight, and many
Yeah.
blessings to you. I appreciate you, Teddy Ray. Keep doing what you're
Hey,
doing.
hey, not a problem. And I love y'all. I love
Love
y'all
you
and thank you
too.
again, Queen Alicia, and you be blessed now.
All right, you too. Good night.
Good night.
All right, you guys. That was Chill with Teddy Ray. And it's time for me to go and chop it up with eating some food. That was a great interview as always. You know what, as you can tell, I have my people that it's like, you know what, go talk. The last one we had was the last radio station host that we had was Katanda Kelly Gordon. And look, we kept talking and talking because it's just when God is in it, it's just no turning back, you know. Once again, even on this platform, there's souls that we hope that come in that are undecided about who God is, that we can convert them into being saved. So on tonight, I thank you so much for listening. And Shanique, I see you. Have a great night. Everyone that came onto this platform, I appreciate you. And it doesn't matter. Like, it's sometimes if you want to go off, it's fine. Just know that I love you. I love all that you do. And I don't know. That's it. I'm full. I'm always full of something, right? Oh, Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey, what's going on? Have a nice night. I might come on later. I don't know what I'm going to come on later and talk about. I was going to talk about something, but we'll see. All right. I love y'all. If no one told you today that they loved you, always remember that I love you. And there's a lot going on. Keep people in your prayers because there's a lot of traveling going on this weekend because we have the QMAs. I'm always saying it wrong. The Quartet Awards award show is going on this weekend. So make sure we're praying for people and making sure that they get there safely. We don't want anything happening to anyone, Lord Jesus. We ask you in your name, Father God, whatever you can do, Father God, to go there before them, go into all of the cars, wherever, in the airports, wherever it may be, Father God. Bless them and protect them, Father God. Keep them safe from all hurt, harm, and danger, Lord. We love you and they love you too, Father God. Let this weekend be something that will be never forgotten. As everybody ministers in music, Father God, we thank you in advance for all you will continue to do and have done for us in our life. We love you guys and have a great night.
Chopping it up with Queen Alicia, where every word is clear and true. From deep talks and open dialogue, join the conversation. Explore real relationships and pass the growth.
Yeah, chop it up with Alicia, the queen. This is the podcast you know you're gonna need, hun. Chop it up with Alicia J today. She's dropping them nuggets, the stuff you really wanna say on relationships, the situationships, married or single, and even if you wanna mingle. Chop it up with Alicia, the queen. Today, yeah.
Discuss hot topics and let your knowledge flow.
The queen. Let's chop it up.
Entertainment and yes, and no mix. Every conversation is a good connect that makes.
Let's chop it up.